Hello, we are Group 5 and today we're going to share about a remarkable turnaround story of Lux Group. First of all, Lux Group operates eight resorts and a private island in the Indian Oceans. Their value proposition is brighter and lighter. Its reason to believe is to offer a fresh approach to luxury hospitality, unlike regional and stuffy hotel experience. Lux focuses on providing a more casual, effort-serving experience while still maintaining upscale sensibilities. However, the backstory of them taken from the challenge. Before 2011, the company was known as Schneider Resorts. Unfortunately, they struggled with poor financial health and unclear brand positioning. These issues come from the external factors like the global financial crisis and the cause of significant group in occupancy and roommates. Moreover, they witnessed criminal cases involving a hotel guest, which affecting their brand reputation, leading to a sharp decline in financial performance. So to get back from the stock goals, in 2011, the Nida Resorts rebranded to Lux, marking a bold operational change. And the goal of this rebranding, first one is to quickly improve the service standards and employee morale. The second one is they have a begin financial recovery after the financial crisis, which started from mid to 2011. The result is when they rebrand the company received many awards and recognition for their excellence in hospitality industry. Since the rebrand of Lux, they have received many tremendous success. For example, they achieved 16 consecutive quarter-on-quarter financial performance improvement, which they cannot achieve anyone before the rebranding. Moreover, the resorts have consistently outperformed the industry average in occupation rates. Moreover, Lux has also received some several awards for their service excellence. So to deep dive, be how would I become successful like this? Let's come into the first question.
So let's moving on to the first question, that is, what were the main factors that contribute to the Lux Resort successful service revolution? So it has achieved a remarkable transformation following its rebranding, securing 16 consecutive quarters of financial growth and multiple service excellence awards. And this service revolution was not accidental. It stemmed from a structured transformation strategy under the leadership of the new CEO Paul Jones. And this strategy revolved around four core pillars. That is leadership change, redefining the company vision, value, and purpose, transforming the service culture through training, and embedding innovation and brand differentiation. And each element here reinforced the others, resulting in a lasting cultural change and elevated guest experience. So let's moving on to the first pillar, that is called leadership change. So by late 2010, the resort was on the verge of bankruptcy, so the board at that time appointed Paul Jones as the CEO. And then he initiated a top-down strategic reset, restructured leadership, launched a strategy retreat with general managers, and rebranded the group as Lux. His leadership style emphasized visibility and cultural alignment. Moving on to the second pillar, that is vision, purpose, and value VBV. So, a central feature of the transformation was establishing a compelling VBV framework. So, Lux has adopted the vision called We Make Each Moment Matter with the purpose of helping people celebrate their life, supported by five core values, that is people, passion, integrity, leadership, and creativity. So these weren't just slogans, they were tied to clear behavioral expectation. And this VBV here has gave the employees a shared compassion and emotional connection to the brand, essential for the cultural alignment. For the third pillar, that is service culture overhaul through training. So The VBV framework was operationalized through a comprehensive, multi-phase training program, and the goal here was to rebuild service culture from the ground up, aligning mindset, skills, and behavioral. Training emphasized the word called empathy, seeing each task from the guest perspective using tools like perception points. And this training here gave staff both the clarity and confidence to bring the lighter and brighter brand promise to life to the customers. And number four, which is the last pillar called innovation and differentiation through the program called Reason to Go Lux. So innovation here was positioned as a key cultural driver. Lux has embraced experimentation by creating an annual innovation challenge and appointing CEO and empowering employees to contribute ideas. And most notably, the program called The Reason to Go Lux introduced unique guest experience like message in a bottle treasure hunt or pop-up coffee to surprise and delight them. So, to be summed up, innovation here became part of the everyday culture, keeping the guest experience fresh and reinforcing brand differentiation.
Okay, so move to the next question. Before its transformation, the resort has a critical state as Poncho, new CEO, described. The numbers pre-2010 were alarming, and the company was sinking fast and would have been bankrupt had it not been for the capital injection from shareholders. In addition, the property were in poor shape and stock moral was exceedingly low. So there are three main reasons for this crisis. First one is the low stock morale. So, employee motivation was at rock bottom due to the years of poor performance, leadership instability, and even a high-profile murder case that has shattered internal trust. More than that, many staff members were skeptical of any change. Some even feared might make things worse. The second reason is the financial instability. So the company has was in deep financial trouble because it struggled to pay salaries every month and has been reporting losses for several years. So this meant Lux had no resources to invest in service upgrades or operational improvement, increasing the risk of failure. And the final reason is the unclear brand identity. So the brand was fragmented and confusing because it operated nine properties ranging from 3-star to 5-star under the same brand name. So this inconsistent positioning confused customer and weakened the brand's competitive edge, especially when the 2008-2009 global financial crisis hit and demand sharply dropped.
Okay, regarding how were key challenges addressed, to turn things around, Jones introduced a clear and powerful transformation strategy. The first one is strategic repositioning with asset light mode. When Lux shifted from owning to managing resorts to reduce capital requirements and risk, allowing Lux to focus on service and brand building. Secondly, changing service culture. Through structured training and new service frameworks like the seven levels of service, they rebuilt employee behavior from the ground up. Moreover, innovation and differentiation. They rolled out bold, creative concepts like Message in a Bottle, Tree of Wishes, and Cafe Lux, all under their Reasons to Go Lux campaign. And the last one is measurement and incentives. Tools like market metrics allow them to track satisfaction in real time, and performance was tied directly to staff incentives. This strategy worked when Lux achieved 16 consecutive quarters of financial growth and drastically improved its TripAdvisor rankings. For example, Lux Belle Mere moved from rank 10 to rank 3, and also staff satisfaction also rose, supported by programs like Fiesta which even won a global HR award. Despite the success, there were still areas where Lux could have improved further. The first one is customer co-creation. When involving loyal guests in the innovation process would have aligned services even better with customer desires. Second one is technology integration. When beyond feedback tools, predictive analytics could have been used for real-time personalization, something seen in leaders like Hilton. The third one is stronger sustainability branding. Lux had some green initiatives, but obtaining eco certifications like EarthCheck would build trust with today's environmentally conscious travelers. The fourth one is digital training tools. When moving part of their training into an online platform would support the global expansion more efficiently. And final one, loyalty program. When a well-structured CRM-based program could encourage return bookings and deepen customer relationships.
So, coming to the last question, what are the next steps that Lux can take to strengthen the brand? So, firstly, we can see that Lux is expanding globally using an asset-light model. A critical challenge will emerge, like local hotel owner might not be fully live the Lux culture unless it's intentionally transferred. So that's why we propose a cultural transplant program for new hotels. The objective here is that to ensure that every new property, regardless of location or ownership, consistently feels, look, and breathes like Lux from day one. And the core action to appoint a senior cultural steward, a seasoned team member who relocates to the new resort 3 to 6 months before its opening. So their mission will instill the brand's value and service philosophy through daily briefing, guest interaction, feedback, role modeling, and correcting off-brand moments chancelessly. And the impact of this approach is twofold. First is transform Lux culture into scalable assets, not just a philosophy stuck at headquarters. Second, it ensures a faster ramp up of new hotels, like staff become cultural ready on day one, leading to fewer service error, better review, and ultimate faster ROI. There are two more steps that Lux can take to further cement Lux as a culturally resonant, emotionally rich brand. We propose two strategic steps. First, if we establish a Lux Innovation Lab, a centralized internal unit focused on guest insights, money, and rapid prototyping. Based at the headquarters, this lab brings together the cross-functional talents like gather real-time feedback from TripAdvisor, market metrics, and staff, and run quarterly sprints to test new guest experience ideas. And second, we transform each property into localized Lux destination, a cultural immersion space that reflects the identity of its location. And this includes running monthly local theme tied to the cuisine, craft, and nature, adapting signature reason to go Lux to local custom and ingredients, hosting cultural residencies with local artists and chefs, and creating a live digital culture feed where guests can share their journey. Together, these actions will drive three powerful impacts. First, they impact cultural relevance, create sustainable differentiation, and deliver localized surprise moments that build emotional connection and brand loyalty.
So from the case, we have four lessons to remember. Firstly, a strong and shared VPV framework is vital for aligning the employee mindset and behavior. And also, we have to remember that to embed these values through hands-on training, daily rituals, and leadership visibility will ensure cultural consistency across every service touchpoints. So, sustainable change occurs when the cultural alignment moves beyond slogans into daily habits and decision making for the organization. This highlights the importance of making values visible, actionable, and emotionally engaging for employees at every level. Secondly, Lux succeeded by positioning its innovation as a cultural value, not a one-off project. So the programs like Reasons to Go Lux and the Innovation Challenge encourage the constant ideation from their frontline staff. And this service innovation should be treated as a continuous participative process involving all employees, not just leadership. Um, Also, regularly crowdsourcing ideas from frontline staff can spark fresh, authentic experiences that resonates with the guest. And thirdly, by linking the guest satisfaction scores, trip advisor rankings, and service audits to employee bonuses, the company made excellent service personal rewarding. And they also replaced traditional mystery shopping with real-time guest feedback systems like market metrics uh, that ensured the service gaps were also addressed immediately. So, if you want people to consistently deliver exceptional service, the incentive structure and performance metrics must be reinforced those priorities. The recognition, accountability, and rewards should be aligned with the desired service culture. And finally, as Lux grew with the an asset-light model, it recognized that maintaining service quality in franchise or managed properties required a formal cultural transplant program, and uh, they were complemented by initiatives like a Lux Innovation Lab and AI-based personalizations. Will ensure the consistent brand delivery worldwide. So for service brands expanding through the partnerships and franchises, it's not enough to provide original manuals, structures, and hands-on programs for cultural integration. And the ongoing auditing are essential to protect the brand integrity and deliver a consistent, memorable guest experiences. So that's the end of our presentation. Thanks for listening.